日本時間12月9日、米メディア、ドジャーステリトリーに、ドジャースのアレックス・コール選手が出演しました。シーズン途中に、ドジャースに加入したアレックス・コール選手は、加入時のチームの雰囲気について、そして、同僚の山本由伸投手のワールドシリーズでの活躍について語りました。ここからは、その様子を字幕付きでご紹介します。
Always a privilege when we get to have a Los Angeles Dodger on the show, and that is Alex Call today, outfielder for your Los Angeles Dodgers, World Series winner and outfielder. Thanks so much, Alex, for being with us. We appreciate it. We're going to take you back for a moment. Other than winning the World Series, what was your favorite moment of being on this team and being a Dodger?
Man, thanks for having me, guys. It's a tough one because there's so many special moments. There's so many memories that are lifetime memories. But the first one that comes to my head is Kershaw's last start. Just being able to, watch his career, be a fan, look up to him, as a Christian athlete as well, and just be able to see the fans interact and have the emotion that they had knowing it was his last start. So just being able to be a part of that and give him a nice hat tip for the last time in his career, that was really special. And, seeing his press conference and just how much he cares about the organization and all of his teammates was a really cool moment.
Yeah, having that opportunity to spend the last couple of months with a bona fide certified Hall of Famer, that has to be pretty cool. And understanding that those boys, obviously everybody there wants to win that ring, wants to bring that trophy home for themselves, but very unselfishly, I know how much those gentlemen wanted to bring that trophy home for 22 one last time. Yeah, World Series champion, man. Pretty cool. Has that whole thing kind of sunk in? Obviously, I know you've been part of the groups bouncing around. You visited the Lakers, you visited the Kings. Has that whole thing kind of sunk in for you?
It's just an amazing feeling. I still feel like I'm on top of the world, just enjoying it all. Could be a once-in-a-lifetime thing. Hopefully we can do it again next year. But just to go from Washington, traded over at the deadline, and then all of a sudden, World Series champion, you got to take advantage of everything that they're throwing at you and soak it all in. Just be fully present in the moment. And, praise God. It's just been an amazing run. It's been an amazing experience, and couldn't have asked to do it with a better group of guys either. They were really welcoming for me and just made me feel part of the team and made it easy to be myself and compete for it all.
You bring up a good point, and I want to ask you about that. You said, it might only be one time. There are guys that have played many years in this great game of ours, Alex, that never get to touch a World Series trophy. They never get to win it. So what was the vibe like when you come over from Washington? Obviously, this is a veteran group of guys, been there, done that. But what was the vibe like, and how much of what you just said, hey, don't take this for granted, how much of that was a message?
Yeah, honestly, the vibe was it was a little bit I wouldn't say, maybe just a little bit nervousing, because when I got there, we weren't playing our best ball by any means. The Tampa Bay series was my first series, and I was like, from afar, it's like, oh, I know the Dodgers, they're going to figure it out. They're going to, once everybody comes back healthy, it's just going to be a matter of time, and they're going to start rolling. But when I got into the building, it was like, yeah, we're kind of going through it right now. And I think the confidence was always there that we're going to figure it out. We've been here, done that. But it definitely took a little bit of time. And even the first month that I was there, we were right about 500. And so there was never any panic, though, because, again, there's just so many great players. There's so many good guys that the back of their baseball card is so incredible that you just know it's just a matter of time. And so it was really fun to just kind of see them lock it in, dial it up a notch, if you will. And as we get into the playoffs, even, it was just like, hey, we expect to be here. We expect to move on. We expect to keep going. And, then when we got to the World Series, that was like, okay, now we're finally here where we expect to be. And then let's win it all. You know what I'm saying?
I tell you what, Alex, you made the most of your opportunities. Nobody gets to play as much as they want in the postseason unless you're like a Shohei Ohtani or a Freddie Freeman or whatever it is, Clayton Kershaw, whenever he wants, and that type of stuff. But 4 hits, 3 walks, 15 plate appearances, a 533 on base percentage. I mean, you made the most of every single opportunity. How much pride do you take in just being able to post number 1 and produce number 2?
Yeah, well, thank you. It's certainly, there's a lot of pride that goes into it, just knowing that you have to prepare and be ready to help this team. I mean, I came over this team and I'm like, this is the best team ever on paper. Like, I unbelievable. And the fact that they want me to just kind of come in and be who I am and take good at bats and all that stuff, like it was really validating for me. And so I took it and I'm like, all right, I have to just keep being who I am, but I'm going all in. And whatever that may be, whenever Doc puts my name on the lineup card or puts me in the game, it's my job to be ready. It's my job to be focused, and it's my job to help this team in any way that I can. It doesn't mean I'm always going to come through, but I know that every time I step in the box, every time I'm on the field, I'm going to be in the best position to perform because of how I've prepared. And so I think when you have that that confidence in how you've prepared and how you're ready, then it makes the game easy to go out there and play and then trust the process. And in the playoffs, it's a little bit, the process sounds great, but you need results. So when you get results, it's also, very rewarding. It takes a little bit of the pressure off, and you can just kind of keep the momentum going. So, really was just excited for every opportunity that I had and put my full attention and focus into every pitch, just like I always do. But to do it in a setting where this is something you always dream about, you want to play in the postseason, you want to play with the highest stakes, and just getting a chance to compete with the best in the world for a trophy, it just really, really special, and grateful to have the chance to do it.
Talk about a guy that did his job and then some. Yoshinobu Yamamoto. I don't know if you heard of him, but my word. World Series MVP. This guy absolutely shoved, would have, taken the ball at any time. And it was so funny when we saw the behind the scenes on Backstage Dodgers, a great crew there on Sportsnet LA, going in and following you guys everywhere. And everyone's like bowing down to Yama and all those things. From a teammate perspective, Alex, and just from a fan of the game, what is your impression of what he did?
Yeah, I mean, it was truly remarkable, spectacular, so cool. I mean, it's just so cool to be a part of that, to see it. I mean, you're so nervous in the dugout, like playing through situations in your head. I'm still available to go in the game, so I'm trying to just execute my role. But like, you're watching the game go down, and Yoshinobu comes in to, clean things up, and you're like, oh my gosh, like he pitched last night, he just did all this stuff, and he comes out there and he throws a 92-mile-an-hour splitter, like dotted, and it's like that looks the exact same as it did last night, and it's just like, how is that possible? Like in today's game, and guys just don't do that. So, and then to go a few more innings and close it out, and I mean, on top of his spectacular performances in all the other series and in Game 2, and man, it was just so much fun to watch. And I just have such an appreciation for what he did for our team, being willing to go out there and take the ball, warming up in the 18th inning of the 18-inning game, willing to take the ball there. Just a true professional, great teammate, competitor, and one of the best. So it was just an all-time postseason and all-time performance, and everybody was blessed to be able to watch that.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you got to have some people step up to win a World Series. My sweet word, did Yoshi step up for this team? And
I wanted to say happy 6th wedding anniversary to you, Alex, and your beautiful wife, Samantha. I'm a little concerned, though, that you're sitting in the car. Is there a reason that you have to sit in the car? Is she upset with you? Or is it quiet in there because your son is in the house? I mean, what are we doing in the car, Alex?
Riz.
That's exactly right. I was thinking, where's the best spot for me to have, I love my son. He loves me. He loves playing with daddy. As soon as daddy comes in the door, it's time for daddy to play. So daddy's not quite in the door yet. So we delayed the playtime a little bit. And I figured this would be the most peaceful area that I could have a uninterrupted interview for at least a few minutes before it's daddy duty.
Speaking of versatility, I think Roki Sasaki, what we were able to see from him last year, I know a tough start to his big league career, but then for him to go on the IL, to come back, to move into the bullpen, to be such a key arm in October, what do you see for him this offseason, development keys that you want to see from him, and then moving forward into next year? How does he kind of evolve from being that, whether it was a multi-inning reliever, a key closer in October, to, of course, the starter that we know him as and who you all signed him as?
Yeah, I think for Roki, watching him, put so much work in when he got here and then getting hurt, unfortunately, and then scratching and clawing and doing everything he can, and, through our conversations saying, I want to help the team win any way I can. And then taking that and setting his, ego aside and say, okay, great, I can help you guys out of the pen, I'm in. And to be dominant in the way that he was, hoping that, okay, that's a fantastic springboard to once he goes back into the rotation, kind of take that mentality and know how dominant he can be. There's so much that the Japanese player is undertaking when he makes this jump. So I think hopefully there's just some more familiarity. And now going into next year as a starter, back as a starter, he can just focus on baseball, and the other stuff he kind of just has a better sense for.
As much as it feels like it's going to be a normal spring training next year, the World Baseball Classic is happening. Are you expecting, I know a few have committed, whether it's Shohei Ohtani committing to playing for Team Japan. Are you expecting quite a few guys to be involved with the World Baseball Classic this upcoming year?
I mean, we are expecting just because we have a talented team, and I know those guys will be asked upon, so we'll continue to have those conversations. But yeah, my guess is that some guys will be gone.
いかがでしたでしょうか。このチャンネルでは日本人メジャーリーガーなどを中心に野球情報をお届けしています。この動画が良かったら高評価、チャンネル登録をよろしくお願いいたします。今回も最後までご覧いただきありがとうございました。それではまた次の動画でお会いしましょう。